Devi Mahalakshmi Polytechnic, Titwara, Department of Computer Engineering and Information Technology, Semester 3rd, Subject CGI. This is the second point of or the topic of chapter number 5. In this chapter, we have discussed about the Bezier curve, but I will explain again the Bezier curve in here. Basically, the 2 points are here and 2 points are come together and then making it a curve. The cubic Bezier curve is adequate for most graphics application. This curve requires the 4 control points, and every curve is required. The 4 points are there, and in these 4 points, the 2 points are connected to each other using as a curve, and these 4 points completely specifies the curve. Additional points cannot be added like a B-spline curve. We cannot extend the Bezier curve, but we can take the 4 more points and we can construct a second Bezier curve which can be attached to the first. In figure shows the both points are here shown here. The P1 and P4 is connected to each other as a curve, and we can construct a second Bezier curve which can be attached to the first. A Bezier curve and its control points are shown in the figure number 5.6. In here, the P1, P2, P3 and P4 are 4 points are here, and P1 and the first point and last points are connected to each other as using a curve, and this curve begins at a first control point and ends on the fourth. So to connect to Bezier curve, just make the first control point of the second curve match the last control point of the first curve, and at the start of the curve, it is the tangent to the line connecting the first and second control points. Even at the end of the curve is here. The equation describing the Bezier curve are as follows. So, some equations are required for describing the Bezier curves are here, and so firstly, the A and B 2 points are there, and in these 2 points are divided in a midpoint, and midpoint is the AB, and after that the B and C is both points are here, and both points midpoint is the uh, BC, and BC and AB is connected to each other and making a triangle is here. Same in above expressions, as you goes from 0 to 1, the curve goes from the first to the fourth control points are there. The Bezier curve can be constructed without any reference to the above equations. Actually, the Bezier curves can be constructed simply by taking the midpoint. So every points are taking the midpoints are here, and these midpoints are connected to each other, and the points ABCD, BCD, CD and D are the control points of the second sections are there. These points A, AB, ABC, ABCD are the 4 points are connected to each other, and these points are taking the midpoints are there. And thus by taking midpoints, we can find a point on the curve and also split a curve into the two pieces completely with control points, and every midpoints are taking the curve points are here. The following algorithm draws a Bezier curve by assuming that the first control point is at the current pen positions are here, and so only those the additional points must be specified are here. And here the following algorithms are here, and every points are taking the midpoint, so that's why the AB, ABC, ABCD are here. So like this, the Bezier ABS, then ABS is the XB, YB, ZB, XC, YC, ZC, XD, YD, ZD and N, and then arguments XB, YYB and ZB. like this, and then globals and locals are explained are here. The first level midpoints are there and the second level midpoints are here. So first levels is coordinates as a x coordinate, and the second level midpoints are detected as a y coordinates are here, and third level midpoints as the x abc, x y abcd, and z is the abcd is there. Here the algorithms is here. So 1 is the begin. If n is equal to 0, initial value is here, 0 is given there, then line xb yb and zb, line xc yc and zc, line xd yd zd. If n is not equal to 0, then if n is not equal to 0, then the xab is xab is the pen dash x plus xb divided by 2 is there, and here shown in the figure. And then these points are the first control point is at the current pen positions are here, so that's why here called the pen is here, and the pen x is the current positions x and xb divided by 2, then pen y the current positions of the y plus yb, and like this we have to find out this using these equations. And then Bezier ABS, XAB, YAB, ZAB, XABC, YABC, ZABC, XABCD, and like this up to minus n minus 1. Then Bezier ABS is equal to XBCD, YBCD, ZBCD, XCD, YCD, ZCD, XD, YD, ZD, n minus 1, and then end. Here, the advantages of him. The first is the Bezier curve satisfies the convex null property, means that the curve lies within the boundary stretch over all four of the control points, which is useful in clipping. And second is it can be extended to surfaces. And third, the bicubic Bezier curve can be constructed from a 4 into 4 control points are here. And then different forms of Bezier curve is the linear. Then linear first is the simple Bezier curve is here, and here the simple curve is the straight line from the point P0 to P1, and P0 and P1 is divided into using a midpoint, and midpoint is the B of 1 by 2 is here. Then quadratic Bezier, that means it is the like a shape as a triangle, and the quadratic Bezier curve is determined by a 3 control points are here. So P0, P1 and P2 is here. So then using the first and last points and making a curve is here. Then cubic Bezier curve is determined by the 4 control points. Then P0, P1, P2 and P3 like this a square, and then these are the 2 points are connected to each other as a P0 and P3 are here. So it's called as the cubic Bezier curve is here. Then some of the properties of Bezier curve. The first is they generally follow the shape of the control polygon, which consists of the segments joining the control points. They always pass through the first and last control points. They are contained in the convex hull of their defining control points. And fourth is the degree of the polynomial defining the curve segment is 1 less than the number of defining polygon points. Therefore, for control points, the degree of the polynomial is 3, that is cubic polynomial. A Bezier curve generally follows the shape of the defining polygon. Then 6, the directions of the tangent vector at the end points is same as that of the vector determined by the first and the last segments, and then the convex hull points are properties for a Bezier curve. Ensure that the polynomial smoothly follows the control points are here. Then no straight line intersects a Bezier curve more times than it intersects its control polygon. They are invariant under and affine transformations. And then Bezier curve exhibit the global control means being a control point alters the shape of the whole curve, and a given Bezier curve can be subdivided at a point t is equal to t0 into two Bezier segments which join together at the point corresponding to the parameter value t is equal to t0 is there. Then second is the B-spline. Here it is a simply generalization Bezier curve. The B-spline curves overcome following disadvantages of Bezier curve. We had discussed about the advantages of the Bezier curve, and here we will discuss about the disadvantages of Bezier curve. The first is Bezier cannot make the curve to pass through more than one polygon. And then second, local changes in control point change over all the shape of the curve. The Lagrange interpolation program is implemented by using blending function, in which the sum of the blending functions is not 1 at every value of u. The blending functions is basically designed to sum 1 for integer values of u and not for the fractional values. We will get the flat behavior. These problems can be solved by dividing the blending function calculated in a set smooth by their sum for each value of u, normalizing the function. In the Bezier curve, cannot make the curve to pass through more than one polygons are here. And this is the disadvantages of there, and these disadvantages are overcome in a B-splines algorithms are here. And so one more problem is in a such a sections of the curve is connected to the next sections at a sample point, and meaning that there can be corner at the sample points and may not have a completely smooth curve. And the curve control of curve by a sample point pulsing is and out as move along easily. And instead of forcing the curve to pass through the sample point, gently pull the curve into the neighborhood of the sample point. A set of blending functions which take his approach and also always sum to 1 is called as B-spline. They generate a curve sections which have continuous slopes so that they fit together smoothly. Then B-spline curve is a given the some equations is here. The P of t is equal to summations I is equal to 1. Summation to the base I is equal to 1 and n plus 1. Then n ik of t in bracket t, then pi comma t is the minimum is less than is equal to t is less than is equal to t max is here. And the like of Bezier curve based on the order k curve takes the form as a linear, quadratic, cubic, and even further is here. And the blending functions for the B-spline are defined as the some equation, and these equations are nik is depend only on the value of k and the values in the not vector. So n I comma L of t is equal to in bracket 1 t I is less than is equal to t is less than t I plus 1 or 0 is the otherwise n I k of t is equal to t minus t I in bracket t I plus k minus 1 minus ti is here. And here knocked vector is there. It specifies the values of the parameter t at which the pieces of the curve join by analogy to not joining bits of string. A knot vector can be given as a t1, t2, t2, tk up to n, and which specifies that the condition is ti is less than or equal to ti plus 1 for all I. Knot points divided curve into the curve segment, and categories of a knot sector is here. And then figure shows this smoothing using a B-spline. So in figure the multiple points are there, and these are the multiple points are connected to each other and making a curve as a B-spline. Then after that, the B-splines are commonly described according to the selected knot vector category. And knot vectors are generally placed into the one of three categories: the uniform knot vector, open uniform knot vector, and the non-uniform knot vector is here. The first is the uniform knot vector. Figure shows the uniform knot vector B spline in a figure number A. Then T0, T1, T2 and T3, and making a wave, sine wave is here. And these waves are connected to each other and taking the middle point from the each wave. And after that, the open uniform knot vectors is also same, but some different is here, because the sum of the points are taking in the upside and b1 3, and after that this is in the last points are here, and this is called as the open uniform knot vector. And then the non-uniform knot vectors is his figure number 3 is there. The uniform knot vectors is the when the spacing between the knot values is constant is called as the moving knot vectors is here. The spacing value is knot value is an the constant, and so and the resulting curve is called as the uniform B-spline. And after that, the open uniform knot vector, these are the uniform knot vectors which have k equal knot values at each end. And that is the multiplicity of a knot values of order k at each end, and the internal knot values are evenly placed. So here the k is equal to 4, k is equal to 2. As per the equations, we have to putting the values are here. So if you wish your B-spline to start and end at your first and the last control point, then you need an open uniform knot vectors. And the only difference between this and the uniform knot vectors being that the open uniform versions has a k equal knot at each entry. And after that, the second point is the non-uniform knot vectors is here. This is the general case. The only constant being the standard, the ti is less than is equal to ti plus 1 is here. And so for all for I, this I is given for the all the waves are here. And so any B-spline host knot sector is neither perform nor open functions. Open uniform is a non-uniform, and non-uniform knot vector allows any spacing of the knot, including the multiple knots here. And we need to know the how this is non-uniform spacing the affects the basis functions in order to understand where the non-uniform knot vectors could be useful. There are only three cases of any interest. The first is the multiple knots. Multiple knots is the adjacent knots equal, and adjacent knots are more closely spaced than the next knot in their vector, and adjacent knots less closely spaced than the next knot in the vector is here. And second is the properties of the B-spline is here, and properties of B-spline curve is the first is the sum of the B-spline basic functions for any parameter value is 1. Then each basis function is positive or 0 for all parameter values. Third is the each basis function has precisely one maximum value and except for k is equal to 1, and then fourth is equal to the maximum order of the curve is equal to the number of vertices of defining a polygon. And the number 5 is the degree of this plane polynomial is independent than on the number of vertices of defining polygons are here. And after that, the 6 numbers is here. The B-spline allows the local control over the curve surface because each vertex affects the shape of the curve only over a range of parameters or values where its associated basic functions is the non-zero. Number 7 is here the curve exhibits the variations is the diminishing property, and 8 is the curve generally follows the shape of the defining polygon, and number 9 is the any affine transformations can be applied to the curve by applying it to the vertices of defining polygon. Number 10 is the curved line within the convex hull of its defining polygons is here. And next point is the fractals representation. Artificial or man-made objects have either flat surfaces, which can be drawn by using polygons, or smooth curved surfaces, which can be drawn by using curves. But objects in nature are of the rough, jagged, and random edges are here. The mountain, trees, rivers, or lightning bolts can be drawn with a lots of a specification. This can be done with the help of fractals, in which machine can draw jagged lines provided to endpoints. In the fractal geometry method, procedures rather than equations are used to model objects. A fractal object has two basic characteristics. A fractal object has two basic characteristics. First, infinite detail at every point. Certain self-similarity between the object part and the overall features of the object. Number third, fractals have simple and recursive definition. And fourth, most of them have Hausdorff, the dimension that is greater than its topological dimension. The fractal dimensions is an object which is composed of elastic or clay can be deformed into a line or a line segment. Its dimension is the dt is equal to 1. Then if the object is deformed into a plane or a half plane of a strix, its dimension is dt is equal to 2. And if it the deforms into all space or half space or into a ball, its dimension is dt is equal to 3, where dt is the topological information dimension. A line segment of length L and dividing it into n identical pieces. Each of the length 1 is equal to L dash n. The piece will look like a original one, only scaled by a factor 1 by s is equal to 1 by L. To assemble the original line segments from the segments scaled by 1 by s and n is equal to s as 1. Then consider the square scaling a square down by 1 by s. Small square will be obtained. To rebuild the original square from the small square n is equal to s square will be required. If s is equal to 2, it takes 4 square. If s is equal to 3, it takes 9 square. Number 4, for cube. If scale 1 by s, the number of small cubes needed to assemble a large cube is n is equal to s cube. The exponent used in points 1, 2, 3 is measuring the dimension. And 6, if we scale an object by 3 and must assemble n of them to reconstruct the full size objects, then The dimension d of the object is given by the relation n is equal to s of s raised to c. And so d is the factor dimension. So d is equal to log n divided by log s. Next curve is the Hilbert's curve. It is a space filling curve that visits every point in a square grid with a size of 2 into 2, 4 into 4, 8 into 8, 16 into 16 or any other power of 2. This curve is shown in the figure 5.11, the first approximation to Hilbert's curve. This curve can be built by the following successive approximations. And the Peano curve or the space filling curve follows the Hilbert's curve. Name this begin with a square. The first approximation will be to divide the square into the 4 quadrants and to draw the curve which connects the center points of each. And the second approximations as shown in the figure. And here every time we have the Hilbert curve shows the squares are here, and the further divide each quadrants and connects the centers of each of these finer divisions before the moving to the next major quadrants are here. And third is the approximation, again the subdivided it. If again the connects the center of the finest level before the stepping to the next level of detail. And next is the Koch curve. In Koch curve, they begin at the line segment. Divide it into a third and replace the center by the two adjacent side of an equilaterally triangle as shown in figure. And this will give the curve which begins and ends at the same place as the original segment, but is built of a 4 equal length segments, with each one by third of the original length, and so the new curve has the 4 by 3 length of the original segments are here. This curve is generated in like this, the figure 5.14, the replacement of a line segment for the triangular Koch curve, and Koch curve is beginning from the straight line, and after straight line he is taking the positions of upside and then down, and after that is the curve is changing as per the equations, and then after that the curve has gained the more wiggles and the length is now 16 by 9 times the original. And suppose this repeating the replacement of identically, since each repetition its a topological dimension is a 1 and its the fractional dimension is the 4 is equal to 3 raised to d, and solving this for fractional dimensions give the d is equal to log 3 4y. The log 3 is equal to 1.26 261 is here, and the point sets, curve and the surfaces gives a fractal dimension that is greater than the topological dimensions are called fractals are here. Thank you.